What you got there? Look at that rod bend. Look at that rod bend.
I know.
Took that topwater frog, didn't he?
That's a really good fish.
Not too far offshore.
Nope. That's a really nice fish.
What do you think you got there?
Pushing 3, I'd say.
You think so?
A little bit bigger. Oh, a little bit bigger, I'd say.
Whose idea was it to come to, Hey, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish.
That is huge.
Got a nice Northern Illinois largemouth fishing. One of my favorite lakes to fish right there. Nice fish right there. Look at that Dragin baits. Bruiser frog hanging out of its mouth. Got it right in the corner of the mouth too. This is a 7'6" rod, 764 power endurance. Perfect for frog fishing. It's a medium action rod, but that long stick can pull those big bass out of the water. Look at that fish. What an absolute brute. Dragin baits frog, those big frogs will get some of the bigger fish. You know, you want to throw the big frog, you get big results like that. It's the second pig I've gotten on this frog. Fishing clear waters today with lots of grass. This whole lake is surrounded by grass. Sun is setting. We've got hot temps today, pushing 99 degrees. Decided to come out to catch some of that cooler weather. What a beautiful fish. Catch and release always with these big boys. Yeah, it's
Beautiful
so much
fish.
fun.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Woo!
It's a blast.
Nice job.
Right now I want to talk a little bit about how I approached today's fishing trip. You know, we've only been out here for about an hour. It's the second pond we've fished today. And I really want to focus on the bigger frogs. Dragin Baits has got a line of frogs. They've got one of their smaller bruisers, medium-sized bruisers, and one of these bigger ones right here. These weigh a little bit under an ounce, give or take. So they're really not a frog you'd throw on a 7-foot or a 7'2" setup. They're a little bit too heavy for that. And when I'm throwing these bigger frogs like this, you kind of want a much longer rod. Not necessarily a heavy rod, but a longer rod. A 7.6 rod is perfect. Anything like a 7.8 or a 7.6, medium heavy, is absolutely ideal for fishing these frog conditions. We're using a Shimano Corrado 51E. The 51E so I can put some braid on here and I can get a really quick and light pickup when I'm fishing this. You know, this rod's pretty heavy because it's big, so I want to pair this up with a light reel. So a reel that's like, you know, a little bit over 6 ounces is perfect, and you can fit enough braid on here to frog all day. And that leads me to talking about the braid we're using today. This is this is Sunline FX2 braid. This is their froggin' and flipping braid that they've got out. It's really great stuff. It's kind of pricey, but you get 300 yards for about $40, which is probably 3 reels worth of line right here. Like I said, I'm focused on the bigger fish. You know, I could go out here probably get 3 or 4 little 1-2 pounders on a smaller frog, but I want to throw these bigger frogs, really light colored frogs, especially as the sun starts to set and the sky gets darker. For those lighter frogs, it stands out just perfectly with that backdrop of the sky. And as you can see, the conditions of fishing today are clear waters, so again, matching to that lighter pattern of color. And we're also fishing some submerged grass. This isn't like mat, this isn't like really thick sludge, this is just some grass kind of floating above the surface. You've got frogs, turtles, you even actually got some ducks over here too, and it's quite possible that these bass can be feeding on ducks. That fish was definitely the size that it could easily eat one of those ducks. So you never really know what these bass are feeding on right now, or what they're targeting it on when they see that frog. But all they see is that motion up there. If you get a little pocket, the open water over there, they'll see that frog and those little skirts right there, and they'll demolish it. These Dragin Baits frogs have been doing it for me lately. So we'll get back with you guys once we catch some more.